Let's do this, team. Monday, let's get it. What's up, team? Welcome to Motosumo. My name is Ben Parsons. If you would like to know, I'm here in the studio in London, ready to take you through your Monday Stronger Together, team. This is one way of kicking this week off. And we all know that Stronger Together class is a tough one. It's all about that power-based, athletic-based, performance-based training. But that is what we are doing here, team. As we always do, let's kick things off by just getting those legs moving around. Remember, you're in that resistance zero, so you've knocked off all that resistance. There's no resistance whatsoever. We just get our feet moving, and then we add just a touch of resistance onto there. So you find that resistance one, team. So you just got a little bit of resistance under those feet. Once we're there, team, we're ready to go. In 3, in 2, in 1. We're in. Cool, taking those legs moving around. Let's pump this music up. And we are in. So in that resistance one, remember, we've got 4 resistances, and your resistance is one of the main things that we concentrate on. Resistance is basically how heavy it is under your feet, or how heavy it is for your legs, team. So we're going through that 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you've got 4 main resistances here. On the other side, you've got your cadence, which, as we know, is how fast your legs are moving. Measured in RPM, revolutions per minute. And we can talk about the numbers, and nice and slow is about 60, super fast is about 120, team. And they also go in colours. So you've got grey, blue, green, yellow, and red is at that top one. So I can either shout out your colours, or I can shout out your numbers, team, whichever one. But right now, we're just tuning in green zone, both me and Poppy here, as we take you up into that yellow zone for 1 minute only. In 3, in 2, in 1, let's go. So speeding up to yellow zone, team, is 90 to 110. 90 to 110. And we just get those legs moving around as we find that solid pace there. Yes, there is. Look who's in. Dream team. Just getting those legs moving around. Remember, 90 to 110 right now for a minute. As we just start to get a little bit warm. Look, it is that Monday workout. It's that big reset. That's what we're doing here. And what better way to reset with a little stronger together, guys. With that tough one that is going to challenge you, but it's going to push you into the new week, team. New goals, new intentions, new week. You got 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. We pull it back, putting it into that green zone. Green is 70 to 90, so it is that big step down. So keeping those legs moving. We don't completely stop, but we will get ready to go again for that same thing. Another yellow. 3, 2, 1. Let's speed up. 90 to 110. Shoulder back, keeping those elbows in, keeping those shoulders rolled back that little bit there as well. Time to really nail that technique. You've got to nail the technique from the beginning of the class. So then, yo, what's up, Tiffany? Anytime we go into it, you'll just be able to drop into that perfect technique, guys. To the point where you don't even have to think of it. What's up, Tiffany? Welcome. Good, staying strong at that pace. And always remember, with those legs as well, you're coming around and kicking your bum. So you're getting that full 360 as well. So you're not just kicking out and pulling it back around. You want to get all those leg muscles working, team. It's the most efficient. It's the best way. Putting it back into, in 1. Slowing it down, nice stuff. Cool, we get ready to go again. This time we're going to bring it up to that resistance 2. So let's bring it up. First time taking it up there. Remember, we have 4 main resistances. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So right now I'm just chilling in that resistance 2 in green zone. Before we go on another little push pace. For now, not quite sprints. We're just allowing our legs to go that little bit faster. We go for that in 2, in 1. Let's go. Who are we going now? I need. If it's an Irish name, I'm not very good at pronouncing Irish names. Because I know they are testing. But hello, welcome, what's up? Joining in, team, you're in that resistance 2. I still want us to hit that yellow zone from about 90 to 105 now. 90 to 105, just hitting this new resistance up. Remember, it's a little bit stickier, it's a little bit thicker, but it's one of those slightly lower resistances, so we can still get a bit of pace onto it. But there should be definite difference between that 1 and 2, team, just as that would be between when we go from 2 to 3, and then from 3 to 4, and 4 being that super heavy one. Good, 10 seconds here. And we're gonna hold on to this pace for the final few seconds. 2, 1, slowing it down. Short break. We're gonna head into a race. Getting a race in there early. Why not, team? Let's see how we're feeling. Let's see the intentions we've set for this Monday class, team. We get ready to go on that race in resistance 2 in 3, 2, 1. Let's see some speed, guys. So now, whilst you're doing this race, I want you to set your intentions for the rest of this class. The way I do my Stronger Together classes is you have that nice long warm up to then properly get ready for that like 20-minute all out, no break effort. So this is what we're looking into right now. So your race time is your perfect time to quantify how fast you're going, because it gives you that distance. It tells you how fast you're going. And right now, look at these teams. It's me and Poppy. Pushing it through, keeping that form good. Remember, resistance 2. Wow, look how close this is. Who's gonna pull away with this one? I feel a little sprint finish coming on. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowing it down. Nice, putting it into that green zone. Hey, we lost. I'm fine with that. We're about 30 meters apart. So we'll say that. Poppy, that's all right. We can do better next time. Oh, it's because Tiffany was banging out a 736. Well, that is why. That's where it came from. Tiffany, anything over 700 is huge there. Unbelievable. Me, Poppy, and Teresa are about 8 meters apart. All 3 of us. So we'll take that all day. Nice. I want to keep that moving, but once again, I want to remind you, set those intentions. So how do you want to feel at the end of the class? How do you want your body to feel? How do you want your legs to feel? How do you want your mind to feel? Most specifically, because this is where you start to implement it. As we start to get into it, and as we start to get into those big sections right now, which is chilling and green zone, we're going to take it up to that resistance 3, where we spend most of our class, team. And once we start the main section, we don't stop. So this is resistance 3. I want us to go from about 85 to 95. Another 1 minute on the clock. We go for that in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. So as soon as we start to get into those slightly heavier resistances, that is when that technique becomes so important. The fact that you're staying properly on it, there you go. Good, that's halfway. And so this is your first time. And I don't mind, as I always say in these ones, I don't mind where you sit within that 10 RPM bracket. As long as you're in there, as long as you're 85 to 95. 15 seconds. We're going to stand it up in resistance 4 for a minute, and I'm going to give us a little break, and then we're into that main section. Resistance 4. In 3, in 2, in 1, we're straight in. Into those 60s. Into those 60s. So now we brought it up. Now you're in that heaviest resistance. This is your climb resistance. This is why it's so heavy. So everyone, 60 to 70. As it's our first time standing up, and it's also, as always, time to check in on that technique, standing up as well. You still want your back straight, and you want your hips hovering just that little bit over that seat as you're being stabilized by those glutes and everything there. So this is a proper muscle burner, this one. But nice, all of us. In them 60s, remember this is heavy. 13 seconds time, we get to sit it down to 30. We get that big shake off. All of them are in. All of them are in. 2, 1. Nice. Back to resistance 3. Shake it off. Literally do it. We get ready to go. Once the sign is ending, we are in. No more breaks till the end. We're going to start resistance 3, team. I'm going to go 5-minute section. I'm going to break them down into those little sections. You don't need to think about the bigger picture. Just get 5 minutes done at a time. Then it's going to be all good. In resistance 3, 85 to 95. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. We're in. Nice. You find your 85 to 95. The way this little 5-minute section is going to work is we're going to go for little 10-second surges at the end of every minute. So right now, think of this as your base. Think of this as your home. It's not an easy base. It's not an easy home. This shouldn't be easy. But still, if you think of this as your base, then that's always what we come back to. At the end 10 seconds of every minute, we go for a little surge in pace. We're going to keep the resistance the same the whole time. 5 seconds time, try and add between 5 and 10 onto your RPM. For 10 seconds only, in 2, 1. And remember, you're coming back. 2, 1, pulling back to base. This is not a recovery. You're pulling it back to that base. So remember, it's all well and good. Look, anyone can surge for 10 seconds. Anyone can give me a little sprint for 10 seconds. It's about whether you can then come back to your pace. Because this should not be easy. That's 1 down. 4 to go. How are we doing, team? How's everyone feeling? What tune? It's time to live it. 7 seconds. You know what to do between 5 and 10 on to the RPM. 10 seconds only. 3, 2, 1. This is what happens if you sign up for that stronger together. Y'all gonna be tested. 2, 1. Slowing it down. So come back to it, but try not to drop too much. You'll find it's quite easy to drop by quite a lot, but that's not what we're looking for. Again, it's all well and good. In fact, it's easy to go for a little 10-second sprint, but then to be able to pull it back to that exact number, to be able to pull it back like only 5, that's the tough bit. That's where I'm testing you out here. So not only is this about power, this is all about getting that exact number right and being able to focus and not pull it back too much. We go again, team. In 3, 2, 1, go. 4 seconds. We pull it back. 2, 1. Now focus, don't pull it back too much. Stay on that technique. Stay nice and strong with it. You got it. We only got 2 more of those. We only got 2 more of those. It's all good. Remember, as I always say in these, if you want to change around your resistance ever so slightly, if it's becoming too easy, take a little bit add a little bit on. If you're really struggling, I don't mind if you take off a little bit. I want you to try and stay within these numbers that I'm giving you here. Go on, Tiffany, don't drop too much. 85 to 95. Little surge in 3, 2, 1.
My head, but I don't need more problems. You
And pull it back. Not by too much. Not by too much. Right. We've only got one more of those before we mix it up. We only got one more of those. But looking so strong so far. It's all about banging it straight in that target. Getting it bang on that number. And try not to drop too much. Try not to go below that 85. And remember, we don't have any breaks in this. So I'll be changing up a little bit, but there are no full-on breaks. This is about holding on to it. It's about getting that intensity high for an elongated amount of time. This is a tough class. I'm aware of it. But yo, I'm here with you. Final surge in. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 5 seconds time, resistance 4. We stand it up. We go for that in 2, in 1. And we get 60s. If you need to hit those low 60s, that's all good. But I want you in those 60s. And this is where we're gonna be for 2 minutes. A nice little smooth 2 minutes here of doing nothing but climbing. We get, try not to be in those 50s if possible. And this is your time to catch your breath back in a different sense. Again, this is not easy. But this is more about sort of muscular endurance rather than that sort of fatigue of holding those big numbers.
Estoy loco por tocarte.
Okay, that's halfway. Team, how are the legs feeling? How are we doing? This is only a half an hour class overall. You also got to remember that we did about a 10-minute warm-up. So we've only been going for about 6 or 7 minutes of your hard work. But yo, this is what it's all about. This is what I mean by that Monday reset. If you're doing it on a Monday, of course. Yo, Poppy, it's all good. We're all here together. We're all doing that same thing. It's in the name. Stronger together. 25 seconds. We're back down. Resistance 3. And we do the same thing we did last time. Except this time we do 15-second surges. Hey, I warned you. It's that tough one. Back down, we have resistance 3. In 5 seconds, we go for that in 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go, keep that going. 85 to 95. Now we got 15-second surges, which means I've added 5 seconds onto that surge time, and we've lost it from your recovery time. It is not recovery. This is not recovery. This is work. But this is how we build power. This is how we build endurance. This is how we build that strength. And this is going to help you improve. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You know what to do. You know what to do all the way. Pulling it back in 2, in 1. Don't pull it back too much. 85 to 95. Keep driving it forward. Don't pull back too much. That's one down. 4 to go in this little section here. Ready to go again. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Bring it back in. 2, 1. That's pulling it back. Oh yeah, this is the one. This is the one. Big tune. Another one in the back.
We can shine in the crowd, we never hesitate. Let us rise to the clouds.
Coming to that halfway mark
Nothing to lose.
of this round, the team we have 10 minutes left. Purple zone. Halfway mark in this 5-minute round. And we've got under 10 minutes to go, guys. We are in our final 10 minutes. This is huge. Guys, stick with me. Another surge coming up. 3, 2, 1. Two, one. Team on fire, pulling it back. You've got an option here. For the last 2 of these, add some resistance if you can. I want you to add some resistance for me. That's an option only if you can. If you're struggling, don't do it. Well, we all know what you're gonna do. We all know you're gonna add. Just a little touch of resistance, as always. Those little touches, those tiny little changes make such a difference. All right, big 10 seconds here. Then we're back to that surge. In 2, in 1. Let's go, Motosumo. All the way, going all the way.
We can shine in the crowd, we never hesitate.
2,
Let us
1. We slow it down, but we don't slow it down much. One more. One more.
And I know we're perfect, you and I.
This is getting tough. This is getting tough. You've got a 1 minute climb after this. You've got a 1 minute climb only.
Let us get to make tonight.
Find a little push here before a 1 minute climb. Come with me at 15 seconds. Come with me in 10. Hype yourself up. Find a push here. Remember to break them up into those little rounds. Make them manageable. 2, 1, let's go. Ready to set up into that resistance. 4, 5, 3, 2, 1. Up we get. We're back up 60s. Team got under 7 minutes left. Oh, what a moment we've got this far. Even that is something to celebrate. Even that is a huge moment. But we've got to make it there first. We've got to get there. And before we do that, before we finish with a nice little resistance 3 finisher, we're going to get back on the track. We're going to head back out onto that racetrack. It was Tiffany who got about 700 before, but I guess we won't find out what our next one is going to be. But we're going to get ready to go, team. In 15 seconds, resistance 2, remember, out on that racetrack. In fact, I'm going to give you a bit of time to get into it. Find that resistance 2. Build up that speed. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're in.
Gotta go and get it. I keep running up the digits. That's my mind, I gotta fix it. Kill a beat, cold killer. Need to change the way I'm living. Never sleeping, I'm tripping. This is forever and ever. We live forever and ever, yeah. We go forever and ever, yeah. You know that I'm at your saddle, yeah. You would say you can do better, no, I won't let her. We go forever and ever, yeah. I go and create
All right.
the passion, yeah.
Halfway mark, you pick up that pace. Go for it, pick up that pace. This should feel nice, team. We've been in that resistance 3 and 4 the whole time.
Real hustlers don't sleep. Cat naps all week. On a mission for the green. I've been at it 16. No pillow talk, no tea. Out the way, keep it cheap. Shawty told me
3, 2, 1. Resistance 4, stand it up. Stand it up. We don't want to go into that full rest state. But let's check these scores out. My team lost again. What? That's all right. We live from these, red team. Yeah. That's what we love to see. Come out of it. Finish this off, shall we? We go for a final 2 minutes of work. All in resistance 3, and this time we go for 30-second sprints. So it's 30 seconds, 85 to 95, a 30-second sprint in resistance 3, 30-second back to 85 to 95. Finish off with that 30-second sprint. Are we ready? We go in 10. Build it up. Find that resistance 3. Final 2 minutes worth of work. We go for this. In 3, in 2, in 1. Let's go. 85 to 95. This is your final 2 minutes. And I want you to give me absolutely everything. 85 to 95. These are 30-second pushes. So we've got an equal 1-to-1 work to rest ratio. By the time you get to the end of this first sprint, you are not going to want to pull it back to 85 to 95. You're going to want a full recovery, but you're not going to. We go for that in 3, 2, 1. This is going to be tough. I've warned you now, but you're going to do this with me all the way. Because I know you've got this, regardless of what you think, and regardless of how tough it's going to be to pull it back to 85 to 95. Still another 15 seconds. 7 seconds. You find 85 to 95. 2, 1. You keep it moving. Keep it moving. I warned you. What's up, Abris? How you doing? Popping in for the final 3 minutes. What's up? 15 seconds. We go again. Try not to drop off too much. Give me a bit more speed around the 85 to 95. I know those legs are hurting. Final 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Sprint finish. Sprint finish. Ten. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Resistance 0 is where I want you to be right now. We did it. That was the one. Give yourself a moment to breathe. Keep those legs moving around. What a finish. So good, so strong. Give yourself once again that moment to breathe. There were tough times during that, especially when you thought those little 10-second surges were tough. And then we got 15-second surges, and then 30-second surges at the end, which is pretty much impossible, but we did it. We made it to the end. That's a big moment. Let's stand it up. You're gonna push both your heels down. Pushing your bum back. Spinning around the other way. Doing that same thing. Woo. Getting really deep into those ankles, those calves, and there's everything. So have a final little spin around, team, as we take our arms up to the sky, to the ceiling, to bring them all the way around, and giving ourselves a big round of applause, guys. That was epic. as these Monday resets always are, team. Such huge presence all round. I want to say thank you so much as always. Making sure you're clicking pause and save so you can pay your workouts against the other ones. Making sure you're following us on socials as well, team. Find us on our Facebook community group. Apart from that, team, have an amazing rest of your day. Have a great whatever you're doing, and I will see you later. Peace out, Ben. Done.